Hello from Place of Rescue in Cambodia. I'm so glad to be able to connect with you today. Psalm 118:23 declares, "The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes." What is it that the Lord did? Well, He took a 66-year-old post-retiral Canadian missionary widow and 4 inexperienced Cambodians with hearts full of compassion and a desire to obey, and He worked a wonder. Beginning in 2002, with 15 small homes set in barren rice fields, built for mothers and fathers dying because of AIDS, He has grown a village. 20 homes for families living with AIDS, 20 orphan homes, 2 large granny dorms with outside kitchens, a baby house, a primary school for children, kindergarten to grade 6, 2 rooms for preschool children, a library equipped with computers and books in English, a meeting hall, a soccer field, a volleyball court, a clinic with a full-time nurse, and a house with a full-time pastor, an office building, a small house for short-term English teachers, homes for Cambodian staff, a large vegetable garden and lots of fruit trees, a barn for chickens and rabbits, 2 ponds for fish and ducks, and a large water reservoir and a water filter plant. All of this is just one of the places of rescue. There are now 4 places and 3 university dorms in 6 locations. Beginning in 2002, by reaching out to help just 15 families living with AIDS, He's grown a sanctuary that is responsible for 200 orphans, 43 children whose mothers have AIDS, 33 adults living with AIDS, and 28 elderly destitute women. This became Place of Rescue 1 near the town of Baekjan. In the other places, in Phnom Penh, Mongkol-Baray, Pai Lin, and Svai Sisapon, 243 more orphans are cared for. With a staff of about 100 people, this brings the grand total to 647 people we are now responsible for. Beginning with adults who had no hope because they were dying and their religion had no promise of forgiveness of sin, He brought them to salvation in Jesus and a knowledge of forgiveness and a heavenly home. Beginning with children whose hearts hurt because they had watched their parents die of AIDS or other causes, had seen their fathers murder their mothers, had suffered being abandoned by their parents, or had been sexually abused. He formed His very own family of children, young people, adults, and grannies who love Him and desire to praise Him. He has transformed them from people living without hope into His own beloved ones whose daily needs of shelter, food, clothing, education, and medical needs are met because He Himself is caring for them. He's led some of these children to come back to serve at Place of Rescue. Gosal Ekjan is now the director of Place of Rescue 3 in Pai Lin. Sakhan is my assistant and teaches English. Bun Li Bo is office manager in Phnom Penh, and Sophia Chum teaches preschool. We've attended 4 weddings of our former children, and 2 of the couples chose their mates from Place of Rescue. Beginning with a small budget of a few $1,000s a month, He has brought us to this day when we need nearly $1 million a year. Beginning with a small group of faithful supporters, He has brought us to you. He is allowing you the great privilege of helping to sustain and grow the wonder He has begun. If you agree with me that He has worked a wonder, and if you desire to see it continue, we would love to receive your donations in the form of sponsorship for one of the children or adults for $50 a month, or a one-time donation. With the devaluation of the Canadian dollar, we need your help now more than ever before. If you've been in partnership with us, may your hearts rejoice today in all that the Lord has done. If you've never donated, may today be the beginning of a great partnership with you and Place of Rescue, as together we see the wonder continue.